Hi, in this video I'll help you get to know your car a little better. At the end of this video I've put together a straightforward infographic that summarizes all the key points. Like, subscribe and comment below. It really helps.
Oh man, there's nothing quite like that little pit in your stomach when a new warning light just pops up on your dash. It's confusing, it's worrying, and you're left just wondering, what's wrong now? Well, if you're a Chevrolet owner and you're seeing code B079001, you've come to the right place. Let's get this figured out.
So, you've plugged in the scanner, and this is the code it spits out. The big question is obvious. What on earth does this actually mean for my car? Don't worry, that's exactly what we're about to break down.
All right, the first step in solving any car mystery is to translate all that technical talk into plain English. This code is pointing to a very, very specific problem in your car's electrical system. So let's find out exactly what your Chevy is trying to tell you.
Okay, here it is. The official, technical name, neutral indicator circuit short to battery. Now that sounds like a mouthful, right? But the most important words in there are short to battery. Just that phrase alone tells a mechanic that electricity is going somewhere it shouldn't be, and that's our starting point.
Let's make that even simpler. At its heart, this code means your car's computer has found an electrical failure. It's seeing voltage on a circuit that's supposed to be turned off. You can kind of think of it like a crossed wire that's sending power to the wrong spot, which can really confuse the whole system.
So how specific are we talking? Well, this code gets triggered when the Transmission Control Module, or TCCM for short, sees 3.4 volts or more on that indicator circuit. The TCCM is pretty much the brain for your transmission and your four-wheel drive, so when it sees a voltage that high, it's a huge red flag that something is definitely not right.
Okay, so now we know what the code means. The next step is to figure out what's causing it. And the good news here is that for this specific code, we've only got 4 main suspects. Let's line them up. Here are our 4 potential culprits. First up, the neutral indicator circuit itself could be bad, meaning it's a wiring problem. Second, it could be the TCCM, that brain we just talked about. Maybe it's just sending a bad signal. Third, the problem might be with the all-wheel drive indicator circuit. And finally, number 4, it could just be a busted physical switch.
So, we have 4 different potential causes, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Even though the problems are different, the solution, well, it's pretty much always the same.
And this is the key takeaway. It doesn't matter which of those 4 parts failed. The solution is always to replace it. This isn't something you can easily patch up or repair. Whether it's the wiring, the computer module, or the switch, the faulty component has to come out and a new one has to go in to fix the problem.
So, we figured out the problem, and we know the solution is a replacement. But that brings us to the most important part of all of this. What should you, the person who owns the car, do next?
And listen, this is probably the most important piece of advice I can give you. Working on a car's electrical system, it can be really complex and honestly, even dangerous. A certified pro has the right tools to know for sure what's wrong and the know-how to replace it safely. For your own safety, this isn't a job you want to guess on.
So there you have it. Now you have the knowledge to understand what's actually going on with your vehicle. You know what code B079001 means, you know the likely causes, and you know the fix is a replacement. The final decision? Well, that's up to you. But now you can make an informed choice. So the question to ask yourself is this a do-it-yourself job, or is it time to call in a professional?